What is going on? Happy Tuesday. You know I get fired up every single day of the week because every day is absolutely special. And Tuesday is a segue to you being halfway there, ladies and gentlemen. You're almost there. This is a day to celebrate. And let me tell you a way I'm going to show you how we're going to celebrate it and make it extra special. Yo, I got my man Justin on the line. You've seen him here before. He's been a part of Nerdtastic. He's been a writer on various podcasts. He's hopped in and participated with Screen Rant. Yo, my man is a legendary geek status aficionado, and he's here on GeekBeast, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, say what's up to the people.
Hello, and I don't even know how to follow up after that intro, man. I was just like, you're just giving me the energy, bro. So I'm all feeling it. Thank you, sir. Hi, good to be back.
Oh, yeah, man. You know we're about to get it in. But just in case you are new to the show, hello, nerds, and welcome to GeekBeast. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you, geeks like me, and geeks like everybody else that is happy to join this creative space. If you're new to the show, we cover the geek news, and we share our opinions with you. I am your host, Sintel. Now, we do have a couple of rules regarding GeekBeast, and that is this is more for entertainment than it is for you going to the water cooler tomorrow and arguing with your boss about the news that you see and listen to here. Listen, tread lightly. We're just doing this for fun, but it's tons of fun. But nobody's going to get as much trouble as my man Ezra, man. Ezra Miller. I'm coming off of something really hot off the press, man. Maybe like 6 or 7 hours ago, Twitter had just shown yet another instance of WB's version of the cinematic Flash. He has constantly been staying in trouble. Let's see, like a couple of years ago, he choked out a fan. Let's see, about a month ago, he snatched the mic from somebody on karaoke, tackled somebody throwing darts, broke into somebody's house and threatened to burn it down. And then today, I think he cracked somebody in the head with a chair.
Yeah, that's what I read.
That's what I read. Oh my god. What are we gonna do with Ezra? That's what are we gonna do with Ezra?
I feel number one. First of all, I want to clarify something. I found out that Ezra actually is referred to as they them. I just remember that the pronouns are they them.
Okay.
As for what we're gonna do with them, I think Ezra needs to go see a therapist. I think Ezra needs to take a break from the public. I think Ezra doesn't need to be in a movie anytime soon. And I think the WB should probably just start all over.
Yeah.
I think just let's just the superhero stuff. You guys just clean it. Just start it from the beginning. Just pretend,
Yeah, I feel you, man.
10 years didn't happen except for the Batman and maybe Aquaman. If you want to be, I don't know. It's such a mess.
And here's the thing, like I think that once you get to like a certain level of your acting career, especially when it comes to certain characters, you should like do some homework, right? Like for instance, you should, I've said before, if you're going to pick a character, make sure you pick a character that can't be easily replaced. And the Flash is highly replaceable because he deals with running through different timelines. You know, you can easily replace this person. So you should be on your P's and Q's. You should be on your P's and Q's anyways, but you should really like know when not to flex. And the second thing is that your company, WB, has just been purchased by Discovery Plus, right? Discovery. And Discovery just put out maybe not even a week ago that they were like, yeah, we might be cleaning house. You know, we might be trying to figure out a way to retool the branding of the DC universe. And then you go and do this. I just need you to have, what is it called? My pops used to call it situational awareness. You know, like, I'm not excusing his actions, but I'm just saying I need you to see and think big picture, man, because you've had a lot of chances, my guy, like a lot. And I'm really surprised you've even made it this far. And then for this to come out now, it's going to be tough to find a good reason for WB to kind of like keep you on board, man. It's a little heartbreaking, man. I want the brother to, I want them to find the help that they need.
1000%. You know? Like, I don't care about franchise at this point. Clearly, they just need the help mentally and emotionally, because at this moment, I'm like, I don't like whatever I feel about the Flash or the Snyder DC JLA stuff, that don't matter. I think Ezra Miller just needs the help, and I hope they get it. I truly do. I was a fan too. I liked their movies before all this hit, everything went, and like I sincerely hope they get the help they need and they can find them in a better, more centered place in the future. But it's, oh man, when I found out about the news today,
man. Like,
I was looking at like, oh, you're talking about oh no, this is literally right now, and I was. My goodness.
Oh my gosh. But you know what? There was some really good news that came out yesterday. We're gonna have like a bit of a palate cleanse, right? A superhero palate cleanse, so we can start off on the right foot. And that palate cleanse couldn't have been better than Thor Love and Thunder's trailer coming out yesterday. Did you see it? First, let me ask, did you see
Absolutely. It? First thing, I right when I woke up, I'm like making breakfast, I'm checking my phone, I went, oh, and here we go. Boom.
Yeah. What a great trailer. It's it seems like we don't have Fat Depression Thor. Looks like we got, you know, you see him kind of working out and he's doing the doing the chains and
Do the chains, yeah.
He's still hanging out with the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is going to lead to a whole lot of fun and hijinks within itself. But then there's a couple of things that really made me go, and that is the side of Mjolnir. What do you think? And the context of how Mjolnir is presented as well. What did you think?
I was ready for it. I knew, I'm like, okay, we all know, if most of us have been aware, we knew we're gonna see what was gonna happen. I went, all right, the trailer is probably gonna end. It's probably gonna end seeing Mjolnir and the current owner of Mjolnir. We're gonna see it,
right.
And I know we're gonna get it. And trailer title, I'm like, okay. Cut to their hammer. I'm like, here it is. First off, kudos to you, Miss Portman, for having guns ablazing, because holy cow.
Right? Yeah.
She had the hammer, but she went to the gun show. You know what I mean?
She understood the assignment. That's what we're seeing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the armor looks good, and it's just like, oh my gosh. I'm curious as to how we're going to see this story kind of like segue into this timeline. We kind of had like hints of her in What If, right? I think it was What If we saw like a hint of her.
Yeah.
Because in our stable timeline, she is not this version of herself, right? So I'm curious, especially like all bets are going to be off, especially after Doctor Strange. Who knows what the universe is going to look like?
Right.
So we are a little primed. And then there was some interesting stuff too regarding New Asgard. I guess that's what we're calling it. New Asgard. We saw some interesting stuff with the tech. We saw some interesting stuff with, I forgot the name of the young lady's character, who is
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie. There we go. We saw Valkyrie. She looked tired, bro.
That is the face of someone who is just over the BS of bureaucracy, and she's like, why are all these people stupid? You know, like that's the look she's giving, you know.
Yeah, all that man. And then there was another like really cool kind of maybe a hint of maybe seeing some of the Olympians, if I remember right.
I think first clip of Zeus. I think.
We saw Bolt. Yeah, I think we saw Zeus.
Bolt.
Which leads you to believe maybe we might see Hercules as well. I don't think I saw Hercules. I'm pretty sure he didn't.
No, and if they did, if he's there, if Hercules is there, hiding him, because I don't know anything about that. It's like, because Hercules, it's funny. Like, if you're a Marvel fan, you know Thor, but if you're like a deep diver Marvel fan, you know Hercules, and Hercules is like the opposite of Thor in a lot of ways in the comics, you know. And and like seeing Zeus there, my hope is like, will we see him? And I don't know who would that person be, but that's the thing. Who could it be?
Oh man, I hope they get the time. One thing that doesn't really disappoint is Marvel doesn't really disappoint when it comes to casting.
Nope.
You know, they're like most times, like 9 times, 8.5 times out of 10, you know, they knock it out the park, which is a pretty good track record.
Very true.
Yeah. In case you're wondering, it's not coming out. Thor: Love and Thunder is slated to hit theaters July 8th, which is a lot sooner than you think, especially how quickly these days are going by. Staying into Disney properties, Amy Hennig's new studio is making a Star Wars game. It's one thing that we're never really, lax on is Star Wars games. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
But we got another one. But the thing is that she will be working in collaboration with Lucasfilm's games to develop and produce a richly cinematic action adventure game. And I'm emphasizing the word cinematic because of who this format is going to be under. So Skydance New Media, a video game offshoot of Skydance movie production company, was formed in 2018, and Naughty Dog creative director Amy Hennig as its president. So when you think of Naughty Dog, you kind of think of projects like Uncharted. And Uncharted, to me, personally, when I played it raised the level of what action games could be, because it was one of the more cinematic action games that really stuck the landing that I had ever played, and it ushered in all of these other types of cinematic. It was like the tip of the spear. So for me to kind of see this Star Wars game kind of go in that direction with somebody that's kind of proven has me kind of like, how you feeling about it?
Oh yeah, no, same exact thing, man. Like, I've kind of read recently that, you know, like she and Naughty Dog kind of left like not great terms, and she actually had to leave the last Uncharted game. Like, like they filmed 7 months of original data when she was in charge, and then she was like go at Naughty Dog, and then they had to redo everything and recast everything, with the exception of obviously Nolan North, of course. So, you know, I don't know what happened. You know, that's between them. But if you're saying you're gonna get her in charge of a cinematic Star Wars game,
right?
That is like immediately like, oh yeah, that's a given. You know, like clearly that's what she should be doing. You know, I can only hope for great things, because like I'm the most casual gamer out there, but the first time I like ever played anything Uncharted, I was immensely blown away. Like incredible. It's just you're right. It's such a cinematic game. I was like, I'm watching a movie, but I'm playing the movie. It's incredible.
Yeah. Uncharted is one of those games where I pop on and it doesn't matter who's in the room. They stop what they're doing and they just sit and watch, and like go get a bowl of popcorn and they sit there and just watch you play. They're watching you play this movie. You know, it's just that good. And it's so funny now, because now other games are very cinematic as well. Like a perfect one is The Last of Us is extremely cinematic, and now it's like it still wowed me. Don't get me wrong, it still wowed me, but the level of wow is been eased me in because of games like Uncharted. You know, it was just ahead of its time.
Especially because, like, if you think like Tomb Raider, right? Tomb Raider had to up its game, quite literally up its game when they got around to the reboot. And like, it's all of a sudden, like, you look at Tomb Raider, it's like, Tomb Raider is looking a little close to a different franchise. You know?
Yeah.
You know, and like, look, those are good games too, but you can't. But it's like you can't tell me that the current Tomb Raider trilogy, you know, with voice actor of a friend of the network and host Earl Balon as Jonah, you can't tell me those games aren't inspired by what Naughty Dog did with Uncharted. It's so clearly there, but at the same time, that's a good influence. You know,
yes,
so I'm not, you know, absolutely.
I agree. Oh, still sharpens. I'm all discombobulated, probably because I'm thinking about this next headline, which is Snoop Dogg comes to Call of Duty with like a million weed references. I lost my memory for a moment. Probably had a bit of fog from the smoke.
Snoop Dogg do that to you? Like, what is millions?
Just saying his name will get you in contact, right? So what? Why are we surprised that he shows up to Call of Duty with some weed references?
No.
So the Snoop Dogg operator, which is a bit of hilarity into itself, a Snoop Dogg operator who comes with his own voice lines and progression path through which players can unlock several XP and other weapons. I don't know the names of those weapons. They include weapons, calling cards, stickers, emblems, charms, vanguards, all that. But two of the threads, the Gold Hammer VIP and the Iced Out Diamond, the Dogfather, are unlocked at max level. They called the gun the Dogfather.
Perfect.
Of course he is. So Snoop's spray, charm, and emblem are similar to pot leaf references. Plus, he's hitting and sharing a blunt in his highlight intro. His MVP highlights and his finishizzle movizzle finishing move. Yes, I tried to read that. Wow, I feel like I have my hood card revoked a little bit.
I won't tell anyone. I promise.
Yeah, just please. That was just. I'm gonna hold my head in shame. So weed references in Call of Duty. It's not new though. I mean, we've seen some calling cards with the with the plant leaf on it and some other references, but before. So I guess well, I mean, the merger between Activision and Microsoft didn't soften the blow regarding some references in there.
It comes off to me like someone really wanted to put Snoop Dogg in Fortnite, but like we can't put him in Fortnite because that's still for children. So it's like, here's a character that's essentially sounds like a perfect Snoop Dogg Fortnite character, but we got to put him in something that's that we would not get in trouble with. Okay, Call of Duty. Put him in Call of Duty, because otherwise, that's the only reason I can explain a character like the Dog Father and the Finchism. It's hard.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think you have to worry about that cred, dude. I think that's just a hard thing to say. I think you're covered. That's just a hard word.
Listen, but this is what the people want to know. Like, what does that finishing move look like? Like, does he just show up and he just blows some green in your face and you're just stuck? You just can't move?
You ever saw History of the World Part 1? You ever saw History of the World Part 1 with Gregory Hines and Mel Brooks?
Wow,
remember the giant blunt that he created that he just like lit on fire like a giant cannon? Maybe it's like that.
I might pay $20 just to see that go down, yo. Oh man! All right, see that's why Call of Duty knows what they're doing, man. I'm telling you, if it's two franchises that always has their finger on the pulse, man, it's Call of Duty and Fortnite. They never miss an opportunity to make some dough. And then also big shout out to Snoop Dogg, who is just like, golly, he went from public enemy #1 to smoking out with Martha Stewart to making characters on Call of Duty.
I could dream so big. I wish I could dream as big as Snoop Dogg.
This guy just keeps reinventing himself. Good for you, Snoop, man. Good for you.
For reals.
All right, now when it comes to reinventing themselves, there's a company that's done quite well, but maybe it might be coming to an end. And I'm speaking on Netflix. So the writing, the headline says the writing may be on the wall for sharing Netflix account, but there's something that goes a little bit deeper than just that. Just recently, their quarterly estimates came in, and I believe it was around 200,000 subscribers had left the platform. That's a lot of subscribers. I want to say hit the stock prices like a little over 20%. I don't know the exact number, like 22, 23% or something like that, had dipped out as a result of it as well. And one of the things that Netflix is considering as a way of mitigating some of these losses is to maybe figure out a way to either eliminate sharing accounts or adding like a premium service that goes along with it. But it seems like, they might be in some deep water. Now, I know that number sounds really high, like 200,000 sounds really high. But when you consider like the total subscribership, like Netflix has 222 million paying households. So that is a big number, but in the grand scheme of things, they still have a very large market share. But it's estimated that the service is shared with over 100 million additional households. So I think they're trying to figure out a way to either get people to pay for an extra amount for those particular so that 100 million. That's not, your auntie and your ex-boyfriend might have to hop off of your service.
Yeah. First off, if your ex still has your password, you gotta change that password. That's not even a Netflix thing. That's just a personal. Feel better about yourself.
Exactly. Love yourself. That's all we're trying to say. Love yourself.
Love yourself. Get rid of that password. Because that's bad. But here's the thing. I get it to a certain degree because right now Netflix, 10 years ago was the only game in town, right? That and Hulu probably, but now Disney Plus, HBO Max, Peacock, I guess. Paramount Plus.
Apple winning awards. Like it's a big market out there now, right?
It's too big, arguably too big. But I'm with you. You're right. They're winning awards, and it's like it's one of those things where you're like you can't just you look. They established the rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were the first ones out, and everyone was trying to copy them as quickly as they can. But the thing that they did win out is the fact that like Disney can own all their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Warner Brothers can own all their stuff, etc. And the fact that now that like if you look at Netflix, like you'll just get a couple of old movies in there, but back before 2016, when you got a lot of stuff to choose from, and then a lot of TV shows were old. Like I remember, like, oh, I'm gonna just watch all of Cheers because it's here. But they lost that too. It's like Netflix is not the home anymore of all of these shows. And what they do have, I get it. I love Stranger Things, but I can't live off of Stranger Things alone, So it makes sense. And the sharing thing, look, you jacked up the price too. So it's a little, I don't know what to tell you guys.
I think you hit the nail kind of like right on the head. Like, they have been steadily, I think they've had like yearly increases, at least if not yearly, every other year for at least like the past like 6 years or so, right? They've had like no less than like three different increases. And you're going to lose people, especially when you're not like the only show in town, like you said. And when other platforms are winning Oscars, it makes people look at you and be like, how do I really want to pay like $15? I remember when Netflix was like $7.99. I think when the very first time I got a Netflix account, I think it was like $7.99.
Yeah,
same. And now it's almost, it's going to be close to like double that probably by next year. But Netflix, according to the article, says it estimated it could lose up to 2 million subscribers in the second quarter. So these are the first quarter numbers. Wow. It was 200,000. And the second quarter, they're saying it could be as high as 2 million. So maybe they're just trying to get ahead of it. Brace for the impact, do something to, make sure the shareholders are happy. I'm sure, there's always a reason behind all of it, but it's just interesting because Netflix to me is kind of like Old Faithful, right?
Yeah, totally.
It's like trying to see like Walmart fail. It's like, you don't expect to see Walmart like lose money or whatever it is. But it did happen.
That's
Walmart
true.
Walmart got thumped by Amazon, and they had to really go back and change things up.
That is such a great analogy you just said. It's like Walmart's a place I may not always go to. I'll have other choices, but you know what? If I need to, it's there, and it's like I can go to without any worry of Walmart going away. That's what Netflix 100% feels like.
Yeah. Oh, what I don't want is I don't want a bad domino effect where like, other projects, let's just say things that may be a little bit shakier, like, actually nothing really shaky because Hulu's owned by Disney. Disney Plus isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Paramount's just getting started. Apple Plus is kicking ass and taking names. And I was the main one looking at Apple Plus, like, I don't know if you're ready for this field. And Coda came in and was like, we ready. I don't know what you're talking about, but we ready. HBO Max is doing pretty good. I don't know. I still like a la carte, even though I'm one of the main people that complain about a la carte because I have so many a la carte platforms that I might as well be paying for DirecTV again. But I do like that option. I do like that option. And I hate to see that foundation of that option be shaky from something that should be able to survive anything, and that's Netflix. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. Hey, so sorry, there was one more kind of interesting one because I know we're getting a little bit close. Let me just do one more, and it's just a little bit fun, and that is Netflix and get this, Exploding Kittens are partnering on a mobile game. Hold on, not just a mobile game because that's already out there. And an animated series. In case you were wondering, all right. Let me ask you: Have you played Exploding Kittens? And if you have, Can you explain just very briefly what this is and why this may be?
Oh my goodness. It's I have definitely played the card game Exploding Kittens, and it's definitely it's such a great group game, honestly. And it just, I have killed many aligned times with that game. I may have maybe a little bit of inebriated a couple times playing that game, but it's a fun game. But I never once thought while playing that game, man, there's such a rich narrative. I really wish that they'd like explore that, you know, in a way to really fully develop the lore. Never once. I just went, hey, that's a really cute drawing of an exploding cat. That's what my brain. Right.
Yeah, I'm scratching my head in the same way I was scratching my head when Rihanna was advertising for the Battleship movie. And I was like, how does that work exactly? And it didn't disappoint in disappointing me. But I'm hoping this is a little bit different. I mean, with some of the creators of the show, at least the animated version of it, are some names that you may know. So executive producers for the show include Mike Judge.
That's impressive, actually.
All right. Mike Judge and Greg Daniels, known for their work on King of the Hill, Office Space, The Office, and Parks and Rec. And the game's creator, Ellen Mee and Matthew Inman. So they're going to have some people that know how to, do some show running. That are good with comedic timing and comedic content, and you're going to have the original creators there as well. So that does make me a little more curious. I'll say that.
I'll agree. Having Mike Judd and Greg Daniels involved is actually a pretty, okay, you got my attention. I'm actually kind of curious about how they're going to interpret it, because I'm sure even they are like, we know. We know, but trust us, all right.
And just in case you have any more doubts, let me just read you one more piece of narrative that may push you a little bit further towards giving it a chance. So the upcoming TV show promises to be as wacky as you might expect. In the animated series titled Exploding Kittens, the eternal conflict between heaven and hell reaches epic proportions when both God and the devil are sent to Earth in the bodies of chunky house cats. I promise you will probably need to holler at Snoop to re-up before you watch this content. You might not want to see this with a sober mind. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, are you gonna watch it? Are you gonna check it out?
I will definitely try an episode or two. Just cause, especially when I find out that's the premise. Right. I don't remember that in the game, but all right, that's what.
Sure. All right, bring in the God and the devil and chunky kittens. We'll make it work. All right. Hey, thank you so much for making this work, and that's going to conclude the new segment of our show today. Thank you for tuning in. Justin, it's always a pleasure. I hope to see you again, brother, because we got some really good rapport, and I'm sure the fans have absolutely had a delight with you. I apologize to the chat. I know I am the main person that has been saying that we will respond to you. It's just that we were on a roll, and
sorry about that. I haven't seen him in months.
I know, that's what it is. It's like when two old friends connect, and you just start catching up, and you forget. You're like, oh man, my girl with me. Oh hey baby, remember? I feel bad, so let me apologize to the chat. I am sorry, and we will make sure that we do not dismiss the things that you say. GeekBeast is now a podcast form as well. So if you're listening to us in traffic or you're on your walks, and we're on Spotify, we're on Apple, we're on Google's platform as well. If you happen to be watching us on one of the other visual platforms, just / the Geekish Network, and you can find us there on Facebook. You can find us there on YouTube as well, and you can also find us on other platforms, old familiar ones like Twitch, just / Geekish Network. And Twitch is still up. We still got game streams going on. We're going to have charity streams and other various projects there as well. a way that you can make that experience a little bit easier is if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can connect your Amazon Gaming to that account. It helps us out tremendously, and it helps massage those algorithms. So make sure whatever platform that you are on, you give those a thumbs up, because that's how we move a little bit forward up. Hey, tomorrow is going to be tons of fun. One of my all-time favorite shows is Binge Worthy, where they will take an entire series, crush that bad boy. It doesn't matter how many episodes it is. I've seen them crush 8 episodes. I've seen them crush 12. I've seen them crush 28 show episodes in a week and spit all that hot fire so that you know if you need to waste your time watching it or not. The hosts are absolutely delightful. It'll be completely worth your time. Hey, this is your boy Sintel. I'm over here with Justin. Anything you want to say to the people? Make sure you shout out your socials, man, real quick, so they know how to find you.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Justin Quiz, Twitter at Justin Keyson. I have a TikTok as well where I talk a lot about movies and comics in there. That's a TikTok at Justin Quiz. And don't forget to check out Nerdtastic with my co-host Earl and Patricio. We'll be coming back soon talking Batman. We did one episode about Batman. We're going to do another 2 episodes about Batman and his other media iteration. So please stay tuned for that.
All right. Thank you so much. And with that being said, we out of here. Catch y'all tomorrow. Peace out.